And well, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. After a week's break from One Piece, here I bring you today the live reaction of this week's chapter of One Piece 846 of its name, Egg Defense? Okay. And we have Chopper and Luffy. Okay. Cover page request. What's your... Oh, I guess the O is from Oda. What's your favorite animal? And S is probably the initials of someone. I like rabbits. Please draw a picture of the rabbits M Sun and S Sun love so much. Tokyo Metropolitan Area PN Ichiro Oda? Pen name is... PN is pen name, I suppose. Okay, anyway. It's the cover request pages. We'll never understand them, but anyway, moving on to the chapter because I am really excited. If you can't tell, I mean, I guess we all are. After all, we've had a week's break, so usually after a break, the chapter that follows is mind-blowing. So, will we see the battle of Luffy versus the Army of Anger? Will it continue from Sanji's declaration of love to Purin? Or will it focus on Pedro and Brook, maybe? Or in something else entirely within Totland? I guess we'll have to find out just after the typical fan arts. Fan arts, okay. Outskirts of Sweet City. So, we are getting a continuation of the battle. The Army of Rage continues its relentless attack. Ooh. Oh God. I got careless for a moment there. Would have thought that this little girl was capable of bringing such... Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with Nami, miss. Was capable of bringing down such... What? Is she bounding her with... She's bounding her with something. Jelly? Other sweet substance, caramel, maybe? I can't make such a huge thundercloud by myself, but I'm more than capable of... Oh, this is very good. She's capable of manipulating the thunderclouds created by Big Mom. So... yeah, the theory that she will control at least Zeus now, it's getting more and more ground with each chapter we read. But she's in a binding, and I don't believe she'll come out of that anytime soon. Oh, she has a Mato! Shirawo. Yeah, I just butchered the name completely, but... Oh God, she's a Monday by the looks of it. Last chapter they say it was a Mond with a T in the end, but this time around it seems that it's a Mondi. So the official name it's probably a Mondi. Last chapter was probably just a typo, and she just sliced King Bao, is that his name? Yeah, King something, the big tree. Meito Shirawo's slow ballad. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And I like the hilt of the sword also. It's different from what it's seen. It hurts, it really hurts. Hurry and kill me. If I were to cut you down in an instant, there'd be no meaning in killing you to begin with. Yeesh, I'll kill you at the most painful and agonizing speed possible. Ow! She is intent to make him suffer, but Jesus, she's able to... I mean, it's not that strange of a feat, especially in the new world, but Jesus, it gets me every time. She cuts a tree, like a very large tree. I mean, as I said, it's not a fantastic feat. I mean, Zoro can cut steel and a huge-ass stone giant guy. So, Haman cutting a tree, a large tree, is not especially, like, mind-breaking, but it's still awesome to see. It's one of those moments that you really get up in your jiffies. Ooh, okay. So Mondor the scribe actually lives up to his name. He's making books fly. Okay. Are you kidding me, Strawhead? I can't believe that you were able to go toe to toe with Big Bro Crocker over the course of an entire night. The chess barbarian army are far from pushovers, will crush you like the piece of trash you are. Is he a no, he's not. It looked like he was, but he's not. A long leg. A long leg. And we see some people laughing. And then Opera comes in, Cream Monster. So that's definitely a devil fruit. Definitely a devil fruit. That's the power of sweetness of my fresh cream. Fa, 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 fa. So his laugh is probably fa, 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 whatever it is. So it burns. The fresh cream burns. Interesting. If I had a little sweetness to my sweet fresh cream, it'll simply be a matter of time before your body is charred to a crisp. Okay. Interesting. Oh, he disappeared. No, wait, he did not disappear. Luffy's somewhere else. Because I don't know about you, but to me, even in the One Piece standards, it's not normal for a turtle to be walking in a wall, upwards in a wall, and a cow or a bull walking sideways in a wall, and all these Brook-looking skulls, and seems like the place is distorted a little bit, and there seems to be a fish inside of the house. Luffy is under an illusion, most likely. Oh, don't follow the rabbit. Oh, it's the world of books. Okay. So this is probably Mondor's power. Yeah. Jesus, he looks menacing. He kind of looks like Teach in this, like in the dark. If you put up an image of of Teach's face darkened, like not as his normal face, but slightly darkened, and then Mondor, it kind of looks similar. Very cool. Okay, so Nami's already trapped, and Amand is threatening her with her giant ass sword. Okay, and apparently, Jesus, two operas lookalikes come in and ow! They double punch Luffy with haki to boot. God, Luffy's completely plastered. Hey. King Bomb, yes, that's it. He's been cut in half. Jesus. Oi, get your hand off there. Aye, naughty lady, you Amand. Just putting your hands when you're not meant to. Okay, so now they piece two and two together. The reason why the homies weren't able to do anything against them is because of Nami's Vivre card, or in fact, Lola's Vivre card that was given to Nami. Yeah. How did someone like you get their hands on Mama's Vivre card? Well, Lola is written on it. Yeah, now they think they have stole it from her. They think they killed her. Yeah, they're not gonna listen to you. Even if Nami is saying that, he's telling them that she's her friend, but they won't buy that. Okay, and yes, got him. They got captured, and ow, Luffy's just trying to stay there, and he's kicking him and everything. Okay, so now Whole Cake Chateau. Sure, why not? Wait, what? Oh, you're serious? Yeah, I'm that serious. So long as it's within reason, I'm a woman who's more than willing to listen to what others got to say. I'll let your current comrades, the Straw Hat crew, leave this island alive. Every last one of them. You have Mama's word. If you finally decided to settle down and get married out putting up a fuss and won't try to run away from here, I got no problem closing my eyes to a few things here and there. Okay. I think that this scene combined with the fact that the army thinks that Luffy and the others murdered Lola will send this agreement down the drain. Most likely, because even if not, I don't think that Big Mom will let Luffy off the hook just like that. But who knows? I can't thank you enough. I promise I'll make Pudding the happiest girl alive. So you're really fallen for my daughter. That's wonderful too. Oh. Let me just be crystal clear about one thing. Okay, what's the catch? What those damn straw hats did to me under normal circumstances, I'd make 'em pay dearly, understand? Destroying the seducing woods, taking down one of my sweet commanders, nearly destroying half of your army, and on top of all that, having the nerve to eat my candy on Fishman Island. Saying they picked a fight with me would be an understatement. But as things stand now, your and Pudding's marriage is my top priority. If all proceeds according to plan, by this time tomorrow I will acquire Germa's military might and eat delicious wedding cake with everyone. So long as you don't try any funny business, everything will fall into place perfectly. Sanji, oh. Yeah, say hello to your mother-in-law, nut job. Yeah. Oh, okay. Inside Whole Cake Chateau, the Room of Offerings. Okay. Oh, we get an explanation on Poneglyphs. In all the world, those unbreakable obelisks texts which haven't crumbled even over the course of hundreds of years, the Poneglyphs. It is said that approximately 30 of them exist in all. Bong. Okay, so 30 Poneglyphs in total. But only 9 hold the crucial information we need. Okay. Before long we will be led to the final island Raftel. And there those stones will impart unto us the truth of this world Swa. Okay. I beg of you, Lady Smoothie, you mustn't do this. I humbly ask for your mercy, Lady Smoothie. Okay, so who's this Lady Smoothie? She's the one of the sweet commanders, isn't she? Yeah. Okay, so they have the road poneglyph, and they have 2 of the normal poneglyphs. Okay, so however, in order to go to Raftel, the final island, those red stones, the road poneglyphs, are absolutely needed. Oh, okay. Finally, we get some understanding about the poneglyphs. So, out of the 30 poneglyphs, 4, is that right? 5, 10, 20, yeah. Out of the 30 poneglyphs, 4 are the road poneglyphs, those which indicate the location of the final island Raftel. 9 of those are only 9? I would expect them all to be part of the Rio poneglyph. I would expect the Rio poneglyph to be like the following of all the, in this case, remaining 26 poneglyphs, but apparently it isn't so. Only 9 poneglyphs contain the Rio poneglyph. The others are just miscellaneous information. Okay, well, not so miscellaneous like that, but they must contain some sort of information like. But this is important to think now. Let us go back to Alabasta, the poneglyph that is under the Tomb's King, the King's Tomb. Is that part of the real poneglyph? Because if we remember, that poneglyph indicated the location of the ancient weapon Poseidon, was it? Or was it the Pluto? Because Poseidon is Shirahoshi, is the mermaid princess. Then we have Uranus, the one we don't know of. And then it is Pluto, isn't it? The warship. So Poseidon, Uranus, and Pluto. Yeah, I think that's Pluto. Because Crocodile was after the Pluto, or was it the Poseidon? God, I really, and I have watched One Piece from the beginning, like recently. I've been through Alabasta this year. I guess, no, last year. I've been through Alabasta last year. Anyway, but I really thought that the Rio Poneglyph would be the combination of all Poneglyphs, but it is not. But it is good that we finally have a certain, a concrete count of the number of Poneglyphs, because it was something that always bothered me. And now that we actually know that the Rio Poneglyphs are only 9 of them, so I always thought that, okay, if there's gotta be a lot of poneglyphs. So it always bothered me, how would the Straw Hats ever get to know the information on all of those poneglyphs? But apparently this is not the case. There's only 9 real poneglyphs with the true story of the world. Another surprising thing is the fact that Big Mom is interested in Laftel. I was not expecting that. I mean, I always assume that the only Yonko with interest in Laftel as of the moment, as of this iteration, if we can call it that, only one changed. But I believe that the only one with interest in Laftel would be Teach, actually. Kaido, I never really thought Kaido would have an interest in Laftel. Maybe he doesn't. I don't think Shanks has an interest in Laftel. He was there. He went to Laftel. I'm most positively sure of that. So if he was interested in Laftel, he would take in the position right after Roger's death, which he didn't. So he's not after Laftel. And really, with Totland, with the idea of the gigantification, I never expected Big Mom to be interested in Laftel. But then again, I was wrong, and good thing. Including, okay, the stone that Jinbei brought to us the other day. Okay, I brought you a present. I picked it up along the way. I helped too. And lady, what the hell? Lady, she's screaming, but then she's like, "Oh, okay, we are getting some Rag Heat vibes right here." Our Big Mom pirate crew now owns 2 poneglyphs and 1 road poneglyph, for a total of 3 stones vous plaît. Okay. I understand. Jesus. Oh God. Wow. She's drinking this woman. She literally just, how do you say it? She, oh God, when you get a lemon and you take the lemon out of the juice, oh God, I don't remember. I think the term is in my head, but it's in Portuguese and I don't know how to translate it. But she drained, it's not that, but she drained the person into juice. Ew. Okay, I understand that they're very important, but I still don't see why we had to increase our security. They like this, Tamago. So yeah, Big Mom Pirates, 3 sweet commanders, Minister of Juice, the 14th daughter of the Charlotte family, Charlotte Smoothie, with a bounty of what? 900 million, no, 932 million berries. I mean, yes, sure, Jack has a billion berries, but damn. At any rate, I'm free until the tea party begins, so I don't mind accompanying you for security duty. I am in your That Renaissance? Whose Renaissance? Was this woman Renaissance? Maybe. Who knows? It's been about 5 years since that man appeared on this island, the former captain and Poneglyph thief of the Ming tribe. It would appear that as we speak he has infiltrated this island once more, souffle. Back then his life was spared thanks in no small part to Peckham's appeal. Why would you dare challenge us once more, Pedro? Yes. At any rate, those red stones, the road poneglyphs. Oh, there's Brook's soul! Haha! Are, so to speak, the path to becoming Pirate King. They are precious articles of such high importance that fellow Yonko would go so far as to steal them from one another. Fellow Yonko. Okay. So, is there like an understanding between them all? Because I have been having mixed feelings about the Yonko system. Before the time skip, the only real information we had about the Yonkos was that, well, Shanks and Whitebeard actually met once, and then when Whitebeard was going to Marineford, Kaido went in to try and intercept him, but then Shanks appeared and intercepted him. So there was some sort of a confrontation between them, but I never thought of it as a placed system, like the Shichibukai system. The Shichibukai system is a well-renowned system. It is approved by the government, of course, but I always thought of the Yonkos as a more self-imposed system. Like, not self-imposed. I mean, Big Mom didn't arrive one day at Totland and said, I'm a Yonko of this sea now. What I think is that those four pirates, Kaido, Whitebeard, Shanks, and Big Mom, were able to put the New World into such a staleboard that the government started calling them the Yonkos, and then the rumor spread, and they started to being called like that. I also thought a few months ago that the Yonko system was something more ancient than that, dating as far as the end of the Void Century. To what? With the objective to protect the road poneglyphs. But along the path, as with all long-term missions, well, most long-term missions, the true purpose was lost. And nowadays, we have Yonkos more focused on their personal gain than actually protecting the truth and the road poneglyphs. That's why nowadays only two Yonkos possess a road poneglyph. One is with the Minks, and the other is missing. There is a fail to this theory, I just realized it now, but it's not a theory for today. I might do a video on it later. But we see Brook's soul there. For Mama's sake, we put our very lives at risk to keep this trump card in our grasp at all costs. Okay. Inside Whole Cake Chateau, next to the Room of Offerings, the alcohol storehouse. Alcohol. There's more guards. They called her a sweet commander. That's one of their top brass. The situation has turned hopeless. They strengthened their security detail and made it impenetrable at the worst possible time. Even if we were to approach in the dark of night, we would have so much as a single second to find an opening. Now that Tamago has become aware of my presence, it would appear that our sliver of hope has completely vanished. Even Luffy and company are having a rough go of things. What can the two of us possibly? It's gotten to the point where I'd like nothing more than smoothly wrap up the mission and pull out of here. Why is he giving up? Okay. I was truly moved by your tale the other day, Pedro. Okay. History time! In order to make Luffy the Pirate King, the road poneglyphs will be absolutely necessary. However, returning to this island a second time would be a nearly impossible undertaking, that much is certain. Better yet, if we seriously were to attempt to return, we would have no choice but to fight our way in from the front. No matter how we look at There's simply no way we'd be able to reach this point with the entire crew. I mean, stealthily you couldn't, but fighting through the front, you'd have a better chance with the whole crew, let us be honest. With the whole crew and with allies, it would be easier, not completely doable, but their odds would improve considerably. This very moment is a rare and unique chance, and it may be our only one. But if the two of us were to raid the building, it would certainly spell our demise. Who is Baron Tamago's target? It's me. Pedro, could I ask you to be the bait? Wanna go as soon as I was thinking the exact same thing. Yes, okay, so we didn't got a tale about Pedro. We didn't get to know the tale of Pedro. Maybe it's the story that he told them really the other day and nothing that he just told to Brook. Is this wall? No, it's just the shadow of the. I thought the wall was like moving, just like one of those walls that rotate, and they would appear in the other side. But no, it's just the shadow. Okay, the one chance to become Pirate King, an infiltration plan that means certain death. Wow, wow, indeed. This was a hardcore chapter. It's as I said, the chapters after a break are always awesome. We had everything. The only thing missing from here was an update on the situation with Chopper and Carrot. But apart from that, we had Luffy and Nami. We've seen their defeat and consequent imprisonment. We've seen Sanji speaking with Big Mom. We got yet more information about the Poneglyphs now. And we have an update on Pedro and Brook's status, and we now have their decision. Pedro is going to act as the bait. What will this entail for the next chapter? I don't have a freaking clue. But yes, some considerations. I said last chapter that possibly the only way that Luffy and Nami would be saved from the enraged army was through allies. I understand now that that theory is completely flawed because there was no way in the short span of time that any ally would be able to arrive to Totland. Now that they will be imprisoned, my guess is probably pending more to Jinbei. If Jinbei is indeed in jail, as I think he is, in Big Mom's jail, I believe that he will be a cornerstone for their escape. Maybe Chopper and Carrot as well, because they are in the mirror world, they can access all the places in Totland. Maybe they can go somewhere close to the jail, get the keys, free Luffy, Nami, and Jinbei, and maybe escaping through the mirror world again. As for Pedro and Brook's situation, I really don't know. Will Pedro just barge in through the front door? I kinda don't think that's a good idea. Will he be able to escape even if he just goes in, opens the door, and hello, I'm here, and then runs like those 90 cartoons we used to watch? Imagine a scene like Scooby Doo. You know Scooby Doo, right? He just goes there, he laughs, he waves, and then goes out of the way, leaving nothing but a little smoke pile in his spot. I don't really think that that should be the way to happen because yeah, but because it has flaws. If they are aware of their presence, I mean, isn't there someone in that castle with observation hockey? Because why the hell not? I mean, I've seen some failures in One Piece as of late that have to do with just one fail: the lack of usage of the observation hockey. I mean, in Fishman Island, Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro were able to sense Caribou, who was on the other side of the. I mean, not on the other side of the island, but he was in the castle. He was in Ryugu Castle. And Luffy turned to Sanji and Zoro and said, "Hey guys, don't you sense a wild animal around here?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, now that you mention it." And they went there and whooped his ass. But now, I mean, Punk has it. I believe there were some situations like that in Pancasaro. I'm not sure. But Dressrosa, I remember having a situation in Dressrosa that was like that. Like there was a sort of an impossible infiltration, but then somehow the observation haki people who have observation haki don't manage to realize that. But now in Totland, I mean, Brook and Pedro have been able to infiltrate so far into Big Mom's castle, and there's no one with observation haki that says, "Wait a minute, I don't know those two presences. I don't know those two guys. Who are they?" And they go there and investigate. It looks like they are trying to bait them, really, and trying to lead them into a trap. Because, for Christ's sake, we are talking about the crew of a Yonko. Really, I I don't say that they even two random guys who are yet to be introduced, who are probably already Big Mom's grandchildren, the two guys that punched Luffy, they are probably Opera's sons. Even they have the armament haki. Why isn't there someone with the observation haki just saying, "Guys, hold on a minute. There's two guys just outside that wall. They may, I don't know them. Let's check it out." It would save them so much trouble, but hey, it's just a commentary, it's just an observation of mine. Of course, if they were captured, the story would end. It would make no sense right now, because if they have a plan, then being captured does not make part of that plan. Okay, now I really see Pedro becoming a straw hat. I really do. I mean, I don't really want him to become a straw hat. I like him and all, but I don't want him on the crew that bad. Maybe Carrot. I would be okay with Carrot in the crew. I would be okay, not overly excited as some people are. But Pedro, I see it happening, but I don't really want it to happen. Anyway, maybe he dies. Who knows? No, I don't think he'll die. Oda doesn't kill anyone. Yes, I believe Mona and Virgo are not dead. Yes. The only people who died in One Piece so far is Whitebeard and Ace, except all the other people that died in the past. But in the current story, Whitebeard and Ace are the only ones who are dead. Mona and Virgo are alive. At least Mona. Let Mona be alive, for Christ's sake. Anyway, this was this week's chapter. I really enjoyed it. I've been craving for a One Piece chapter, because One Piece is my favorite manga of the moment, if you can't tell. And really, spending a week without a chapter is really, really painful. But anyway, next week we have another chapter, 847. We are closing in. We are coming close to the halfway mark of the 800s. So probably not next year, but in 2018 we will get to the One Piece chapter 900. So we are closing in very, very fast. Expecting that there won't be any more breaks this year, we should get precisely 147, 148, 149, and maybe even 850. Most likely. I don't know how many weeks we have before the obligatory pause for Christmas, because I know that the two last weeks of the year we never have chapters, and by like the first week of January or so, 3 or 4 weeks without a chapter, about a month without a chapter. So if we have 4 more chapters this year, we'll have until 850. So just a prediction. I did this also on the 7 Deadly Sins video, and then Nanatsu for the Seven Deadly Sins video about Fairy Tail and the Seven Deadly Sins. So yes, because next week is going to be the Seven Deadly Sins 200 chapters. So anyway, I've talked too much nonsense. I say my goodbyes to you. I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow. Maybe there will be a video about the Poneglyphs and the Yonkos. Maybe I'll match them up together. I don't know. I'll have to write the script and see. I say my goodbyes to you. The video is long enough already. Tell me what you think about this chapter in the comment section below, about my overall performance and the quality of the video. As I always say, the comment section down below is yours to use and abuse. Make me proud, make me happy. I'll see you guys in the next video.